Shut up and sit down.
Yep, there we are. So it ain't that, Dave. It ain't that. So I'm not missing that. So, yeah, it's something. I can't think what it is. That's that. That's going out. Happy with that. Yeah, that one's a bit delayed. Apologies, folks. It's just I'm making sure everything's working. So, yeah. Right. Hello. Welcome to Festa Dave's Sunday at the Bench with me.
Yeah,
Festa.
hello.
And him.
Me, Model Maker Dave. Yay.
That one. Yes, folks. Yes, it is. A bit of bench, a bit of gallery, and a bit of yatter with you all. So, yes, if you'd like to, help me out and keep this channel coming and all the content coming, head over to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or you can click the join button below this, point the right way, go, or any of my other videos. And consider becoming a member. That gives you access to the Zoom 24/7 off-air hangout. Or you can click the $ and leave a super chat, which is that little $ just in the chat screen over there, somewhere in the middle there. That all helps me out, and it all keeps this all coming every week for you folks. So give that a bit of thought for me. Talking of the groovy gang, let's have a look at kids who we got in the chat. So let's bring me window right over there. SJ Train World is in, first in. Hello, SJ, how you doing? David is in from Sprue and Glue, says hi, Colin, Dave and chat. Hello, David, how you doing, mate? Excuse me. Marcus is in, says good afternoon, Colin, Dave and all in chat. Crafting with Jackie is in, says afternoon, gents. Hello, Jackie, how you doing? Huggage issued, ka-ching. The lovely Sarah Jane is in, says hi, Colin, and big hugs, and I'm just having noms. Ooh, what are you having? What are you having?
Ooh,
leads us up to, leads us up to Dave's question.
Yeah. Now, what's on your bench? What's going to go in your belly? What beverage have you got? And what biscuits? If you're not having biscuits, are you having cake? And if you're having cake, what cake are you having?
Oh, you've injected a little cakeness there, mate. Hey, a bit of cakecularity, mate. New Fenris Railroad is in, says morning, everyone. Morning, New Fenris. How are you, my friend? Lovely to see you in. The lovely Natasha is in, crafting budgie mama. Big hugs issued. Ka-ching. Good afternoon, everyone. She says, I'll be lurking whilst cleaning my gorgeous birds out. What birds you got? Oh, it's got a clues in the name, Cole. I had one job, Dave.
One simple job.
Yeah, but I had a shave.
What's the start?
Yeah, I had that big canister as well. Look at that.
Hey, oh, that's killed my white balance.
Yeah, someone might have had a Turkish yesterday. Yeah, so happy days. SJ train world even. Chain world. All how is everyone today? We're fine. How are you? That's the key. How are all of you? That's what's more important to me. The legend that is Marcus is in, waving and smiling.
Hello, Marcus.
How you doing, mate? Lovely to see you in, Marcus. Love to your family, mate. Love to your boy. He says Sunday, he says, off work tomorrow. It's great. Long weekend, road trip, Marcus's Beer Fest.
Yep.
Get a couple of party sevens, Dave, and some gin, and we'll show him a good night out, wouldn't we, eh?
Party sevens.
How drunk do you think we could get Marcus, Dave?
Very.
I think we could have him steaming on a bench somewhere in a park. We could, couldn't we? He wouldn't know where he was, would he? PJ's in this afternoon. Colin, Dave, and everyone in the chat. Hello, PJ. Lovely to see you in, mate. Hope you're feeling all right. And give us a ping sometime, wherever yatter. Jeff Light says, good afternoon, Cole, Dave, and everyone in the chat. Hello, Jeff, and a big hug to the beautiful Maggie. I haven't watched F1 or the MotoGP race. If we can keep any spoilers out of the chat, I'd be appreciative. Jeff Light is saying a good afternoon, Cole, Dave, and everyone in chat. I just read that, but hello. Dave's in saying hello, everyone. Oh, look, he's got the same long name as you, Dave.
I know, he's good, isn't he?
I'm still pestering him. And Marcus, Annika needs to do her YouTube channel, just saying. Haven't forgotten Dave, have I? James is in. JC, he's bricks and he's builds. Says afternoon, Colin, Dave, and everyone in chat. Festa hugs, Dave hugs, big hugs from Shania and Alicia. Hugs back. These hugs are for Shania, for Alicia, and James, you're getting nothing. Nada. Ditto. Zilch.
Oh dear. Has he upset you, perchance?
No, he's just a defiant little, and just needs bringing into place a little bit.
So, at what point are we going to throw him under the bus? Oh, man, now let me rephrase that. How many times are we going to throw him under the bus?
I think we should have him as a speed hump in the road on the major bus route, mate, in and out of Basingstoke and Reading.
Sounds like a plan.
God, could you imagine
But
that?
as always, I declare that it is always James's fault.
Exactly, mate. It would be funny, though, wouldn't it? Audio and video is good, says Jeff. Thank you very kindly. PJ says afternoon, Maggie and Jeff. Max is in, says hi, everyone. Hope you're doing all right. Hello, Max. Lovely to see you in. Lord Bartley the third is in. He says greetings.
Hello.
Greetings, my lord. PJ just spilt his coffee now because he's just seen how shiny my head is. James says, belly, southern fried chicken, pasta, pot bench is upstairs building next issues of Shania's Disney Doll's House. Beverage, coffee, biscuits, none. Cake, none. There you go.
James, you're just a letdown, mate.
Exactly. He's also saying hi to PJ and he goes, no uggages, wibbles, absolutely big wibblekins. And Kipper is in, saying afternoon, ladies. Hello, Kipper. How you doing, mate? Love to you, Mrs. Kipper, and all of the little Kippers, or the mini Kippers. PJ says, belly, nothing yet. Roast chicken dinner later. I got a nice roast chicken with all the trims later, mate. Bench is his 1/9 MFH Bruff Superior. Bruff. SS 100. Beverage, nothing. Biscuits, none. Ice lolly, FAB. Nice. What lolly you got? Tell us. Yeah. Baker's in, says hello. Oh, hello, Bakes. How you doing? Love to you and Clarice.
How's your pig wings?
Yeah. Jeff Light says Maggie's watching the MotoGP on the big TV. No spoilers from us. Does she do what I do, Jeff? Does she get her knee down and do this? There was one occasion Ellen went and got my lid off the top of the wardrobe. She said, you might as well put that on. Guess what I did? I did.
Put it on.
I put it on, Dave.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I said, couldn't have got me gloves as well, love, could you? Honestly, if I could, I'd have the seat, the fuel tank, and a set of handlebars as a little simulator, and I'd be like, oh. I do love me motorbike racing, I really do. But Foxy's mum was watching it yesterday. She was watching the sprint race. She said, "You're never going to believe what my mum's watching. MotoGP." I said, "Good girl. She's got her knee down yet." Talking of mums, how are you? And how's model making mum?
I'm good. As far as I know, Mum is good. She was out and about on Friday for morning coffee with everybody, and then singing in the afternoon. I've not heard, so I presume she's allowing the voice to recharge.
Oh, right, yeah. Proper mum singing, was she?
Oh Lord, there's a whole group of them that go down a local hall place where they hire it out.
Yeah.
And they have various beverages of tea and coffee and biscuits and cake and excuse me, and all other things.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they have a proper good old sing along.
Oh, bless her. Happy days. So I was just opening my window, mate.
So she looks forward to a Friday excursion down to the little town hall that they go to.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she's fine.
Yeah.
I think she's looking forward to the trip to Cornwall.
Yeah. PJ says, no spoilers, but I really enjoyed the race. Knowing that he's Tifosi, that narrows it down to 2 drivers then. So cheers, mate. Jeff Light says, no, don't give her any ideas. Yeah, you know she wants to. I'll get her a set of levers. She'll have the levers on and everything. She'll be there like, you can naff off. I'm just getting into it. Yeah. It's when you walk in and she sat there on a factory Ducati and you're like, hold up a minute, where'd that come from? Jeff says, I'll be watching the F1 later. Same here, mate. I'll be watching it all when I go off air to Savo. Vernon's Cave says, afternoon hosts and all in chatland. Good afternoon, Vernon. Welcome to our little show of shenanigans and silliness, mate. Old Boys Toys is in, says hi, everyone, as is Richard Thomas. Scale Model World says, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Richard. Well, I'm going to get the camera off my ugly mug for you, because there's only so much of me that people want to see.
Yeah.
We'll do a bit of Benchy Kids for a bit, and then we'll go and do the gallery, Dave. What do you reckon?
That sounds like a plan.
Because, unlike last week, he's got something on his bench this week. Yeah, suitably threw you under the bus there, Dave, didn't I, mate?
It's all right. I kind of expect it.
Yeah. Really. So don't forget, folks, if you've got anything you would like shown in the gallery, bung it in there. Doesn't have to be a finished build. It can be a what if. It can be a drawing. It can be crochet, diamond art. It can be anything you want it to be.
So long as you've made it.
Yeah. You've created it. That's what's important. So, yeah, I've got that wonderful job, Dave, of drilling holes in brake discs. But dare I say it, it's something really easy to do on the Sunday show, isn't it, for us? Because, like I say, we'll be doing a bit of gallery in a bit. So, yeah. Out of interest, PJ, could you see a change at Red Bull? It's the topic of the moment, isn't it? Because of alleged things that may or may not have happened, which we won't go into. But yeah, could you see Max changing teams? It makes me wonder, because there seems to be a momentum behind it, doesn't there? You like your F1, Dave, as well, don't you? So yeah. What do you reckon, mate? And would it be? Yeah. Go on. Sorry.
If he jumps ship to another team, what team does he go to?
Exactly. A lot of people are saying he'll go to Merck, but would you want to leave a winning car that you're in? I mean, that's the challenge.
He's got the bee's knees for cars.
Yeah.
Mercedes are not doing as well as they have done in the past.
Yeah. Would it be enough to stimulate you, though, if you was a top driver? Because obviously you're going to want a challenge, aren't you, as well? Would he be getting bored with the fact that it's almost he's just got to turn up, get behind the wheel and he wins? Or does he want to go for something else? Tough one, isn't it?
If he was a bit older and he had a few more years in F1, I would have said yes.
Yeah.
Because he could take the experience that he's got to the next team.
Yes.
But in terms of F1, he's still a bit of a pup.
Yeah.
And he can be a bit bolshy, so would another team want him?
I think of the baggage that comes with him. We had this discussion off air because Lewis was known for it, wasn't he? With, how can we say, the entourage would be a bit problematic at times, wouldn't it? Would Toto want that? Would he want that additional potential of Max's entourage
getting in the way?
Getting in the way, having had it previously. So, yeah, it's a challenge. I mean, I'd like to see it. I mean, I like to see drivers move teams and challenge themselves, you know. And I think Lewis had to move at the end of the day because obviously you've got the other young fella that they've got one eye on and they missed out on signing Max. So I think Lewis was coming to the end of the love affair with Merck anyway. It was a natural progression. So he's moved, I think, at the right time, and he's always said he wanted to go at Ferrari. And I think it could be a move made in heaven, but I don't know yet. It's too early to say, isn't it? But
yeah, but mind you,
who would you like to see go into Merck then? Hello, Connie, by the way. Yeah, good shout, PJ.
I think that, you know, that Oliver
Bierman, yeah.
I think he needs to be given a shout in a.
Yeah, I reckon I'll throw him in the Haas myself. It's Ferrari backed, it's Ferrari parts. I reckon he'll do a season or two in Haas, and then he'll be in the main Ferrari. I think he'll be Lewis's replacement.
Yeah.
When Lewis finally hangs his helmet up. So he's got a potentially good career ahead of him, that young fella.
Oh, yeah.
PJ says, I see Chris Horner going, but I don't honestly see Max leaving. Yeah. I mean, it's a shame to see Christian go, but obviously if he's been a silly boy, then obviously he deserves the consequences. But obviously if he's totally innocent, then obviously, yeah. I think it's become untenable either way now.
Yeah, but where would he go?
I could see him going to Audi with Adrian Newey.
Oh, that's a shout.
It is, isn't it? And if Audi don't want him, I'm sure Andretti would love him if and when they get in. And Adrian Newey, don't forget, has always said his one regret is he's never worked with Lewis or Ferrari. So could they divert and go that way? I mean, I could see Newey going to Ferrari. Yes, I couldn't see Horner going because they got Fred Vasseur in there. So,
well, yeah,
I don't know. It's an intriguing set of circumstances, and yeah. And it is silly season, don't forget, because you've got a lot of drivers out of contract at the end of the year, haven't we?
Yes. So where... Oh, there's another one. So as science is making way for Lewis to become a Ferrari driver, where does he go?
I'd like to see him do a season or two at Mercedes myself, straight swap. Because wouldn't it be ironic if Lewis dies a death at Ferrari and Sainz won a championship at Mercedes?
Ooh.
I like Carlos Sainz. I really do like him. someone somewhere's got to give him a drive, put it that way. But would he go to the new Audi setup? You never know, do you? Because there's rumours that they're not going to renew Valtteri's contract this year at Sauber. So, is he going to go over there, perhaps, and then be at the front line of the Audi project? Why not? I mean, obviously, I've got Sarah Jane and PJ in the chat, so yeah, I know. I know who the problem is, Sarah Jane. I didn't want to actually name who I think it was, just in case, because we do live in a libelous society, darling. But yeah, I know who the problem people are, but yeah, I was just protecting myself.
Yeah, don't drop yourself in it, crikey.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, PJ says, yeah, Sainz will be joining them in 26. Vettel's been testing the Le Mans Porsche 963, says Sarah Jane. Oh, that's an interesting one. He'd do well there, wouldn't he, Le Mans?
Yeah.
Would have been nice to see Vettel do the Triple Crown, wouldn't it, like Graham Hill did? But yeah, it's all very political, isn't it, sport at the moment? But yeah, it seems to be the hot topic, doesn't it? And it's the same in the MotoGP. A lot of the riders' contracts are up this year, so it's the silly season merry-go-round is going to be quite interesting to see what happens.
Who goes where?
Yeah. You know, and it's... especially, like I say, it's a couple-of-year contract. Some of the riders are pretty much coming to the end of their careers. You've got a lot of new youngsters wanting to come through. So it's going to be interesting to see the key chess players this year. Everyone has to retire at some point. That's the thing. I mean, even Rossi went. And I still say he stayed 3 or 4 seasons longer than he should have, really, because, yeah. No matter who you are, we all slow down as we get older.
Yeah.
Jeff Light says, I think if Horner leaves, Adrian will go. He's the best engineer. Didn't they have an agreement between them where if one went, the other went? Or is that a rumour? I know I read it on, I think it was CrashNet or somewhere like that said that they had this little pact between them. And, yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah, but I think any team would like to get old and newy.
Yeah, I still think, like I say, if he went to Ferrari, he's certainly got more championship cars in him, hasn't he? He's... yeah. What a way to fulfill your legacy. You know, you turn Ferrari back into a winning side. I mean, he's God anyway, isn't he? Let's be honest. You know, it's Adrian Newey, isn't it? You know, what can you say? You know, genius is a word that gets thrown around a lot, but I think in his case it is applicable. You know, I do think he is probably the best designer there's ever been in F1.
Yeah, because he's been
McLaren, hasn't he? He was...
and Williams.
Yeah, Williams. Was it McLaren he was at? Didn't he start there?
Yeah. No, I think he started at McLaren, at Williams, then went to McLaren, and then...
yeah, because he did. He had to take a sabbatical, didn't he? A gardening leave, didn't he, when he left? Yeah. Was that him that left McLaren and had to do the gardening leave before he could do his Red Bull work? But, yeah, Sarah Jane will know.
Oh, yeah.
I still reckon she's a receptionist at McLaren, you know, because she's got a lot of insider knowledge. She's getting it from somewhere. Could you see Max staying more than 5 years? I think he'll suddenly leave the sport as abruptly as he entered it. I think he'll just get to that point. He'll go, yeah, I'm done now. Or is he going to want to stay on and beat Hamilton's record?
Oh, I don't know.
Tough one, isn't it?
Well, I think. What do I think? I think
I like that. What do I think? Yeah.
the top drivers want to go
yes,
out.
PJ. I was going to say Colin Chapman, but yeah. But I would, dare I say it, I put Nui in front myself, but it's just personal opinion. Don't shoot me down, PJ.
Chapman was the right person for the era that he was in, as the same is with Nui for now.
Yeah, I mean, the difference is there were times the Lotuses were slightly flimsy. I'll leave it at that. But, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think Nui's just got a bit more myself, but like I say, it's only my personal opinion. Don't go shooting me at dawn.
Yeah, I think Chapman's philosophy is if it makes it to the line at the end of the race, then it's been designed well.
Yeah, if it falls to bits on the finish line, I've done my job well.
Yeah.
But for the generation Shedonistas, yeah, I get it, but to consistently do it like that through different teams, different environment, I don't know, especially in the modern era as well. I just think it's, yeah. What I like about Adrian Newey is he's very unassuming, isn't he?
Yeah, you don't really hear much from him. All his talking is done on the track.
Yeah. Ted Gravitt subbed it up the other week when Newey was on the start-up grid and Brundle was doing his grid walk. Ted Gravitt said, I'll tell you something. He said, there's the most valuable thing in F1. The camera was looking around. He says, that little red notebook under Adrian Newey's arm. He said, I bet there's a few teams would love to see what he's got written down in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can imagine it, couldn't you? Because you see him stood next to, I don't know, a Ferrari or a Merc, and you know full well his eye is taking in every intricate detail of them cars.
Yep.
You know, fair play to him at the end of the day. Like I say, I'm a bit of a fanboy, I know, but I just like the bloke. Because he lets his work do the talking, Dave, and I like that. You know what I mean? The world is full of experts at everything, but it's the ones that just sit there and let their work do the talking. They're the people that I'm interested in.
Don't talk to me, just look at the results.
Yeah, exactly. What have we got going on? Sarah J says, I wish Newey could design more hours in the day for me with all this motorsport. Cream crackered this weekend with no sleep. It's a shame. I really do, because Lewis went through this for a while with his background people that were, how can we say, telling Ron Dennis how to run his team at the time, and it caused issues, didn't it? And it's sad to see that these people that don't actually physically work for the team and drive seem to have so much influence in the background. And it's like, surely someone at Red Bull can say, could we not have him in the pit lane, in the pit box? Pretty simple, isn't it?
Mind you, it's a very brave man to walk up to Ron Dennis and tell him he's doing it wrong.
Well, if I don't know how accurate this is, but didn't Ron Dennis ban a family member of Lewis's from the pit box?
I think he did.
because they kept, how can we say, interfering in things and telling the mechanics what should be done on the car and stuff. Could be rumour. There might be no truth in it whatsoever. So, yeah. But it wouldn't surprise me with Ron Dennis because he took no prisoners, did he? Let's be honest.
No, he was.
I miss Ron Dennis in the pit lane, to be quite honest with you. He probably wouldn't want to do it now. I don't know how old he is now, but yeah, I think he was one of those team bosses back in the day that was just, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still at McLaren, Ron Dennis, or has he gone off the scene totally? Because he was running the McLaren cars, wasn't he? The street cars, but I think he might have left that as well.
I think he might have retired. But I could be wrong.
He's worth millions, isn't he? Bless him. So, yeah, is there a need to stay involved, you know? RJC says, here, boys, bring back the likes of Lotus and Chirrells. They were some great facing cars, yes. Sarah Jane said, yeah, he did. Yeah, I thought he did. Yeah, Gordon Murray as well. Yeah, there was another guy, wasn't it? He did the McLaren F1, didn't he, where you sit in the middle. Brilliant.
Ken Tyrrell?
Sarah Jane said he left totally, was a shareholder, but bought out. Yeah. It was a little bit acrimonious, if I remember rightly, wasn't it, in the background at one point with McLaren? And, yeah. Shame, really, but... Yeah.
Ken Tyrrell and his six-wheel F1.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah, the six-wheel Tyrrell. Tyrrell? What's a Tyrrell? Yeah, it's the variant. Yeah. Yeah, got one of them over there I built next to the Mansell F1 car. Of course, Sir Frank and Patrick Ed.
Yeah.
Mustn't forget them. They was a pairing, weren't they? They was a formidable pairing back in the day. And of course, you had the Ross Brawn and Schumacher years at Ferrari, didn't you, in the early 2000s?
Mm-hmm.
Bless him. Poor old Michael. Breaks your heart, doesn't it? Like you say, you think what's happened to him over the years. You go, oh, bless him. No one deserves it.
Well, no one deserves that, crikey.
Yeah, no. A very polarising driver in his day was Schumacher. He was Marmite, wasn't he?
Yeah, you either liked him or you didn't.
Yeah, you know, and I can remember some very strong times in his career where, you know, it was like, oh, yeah. But that's a racing driver mentality, isn't it, at the end of the day? Was it Nelson Piquet famously called out the son of the Sao Paulo taxi driver, didn't he, because of his... how can I say, notorious going for any gap at any consequence mentality, and yeah. Senna's retort was, well, you know, at the end of the day, if you didn't go for the gap, why are you a racing driver? Well, there's a point, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If there's a gap, fill it.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Mauro Foghieri, says Sarah Jane, who designed the 70s Ferraris, was an excellent engineer. Absolutely. We have been spoiled, our generation, Gen X, with F1, haven't we? Because we've gone through the late 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s, watching some remarkable cars and careers, haven't we? So
you had the first cars that was using aerodynamics, i.e. the Lotus.
Do you remember the Brabham, the fan car? That was a Gordon Murray car, wasn't it? The fan car, I think it was. I'm sure that was Gordon Murray when he was at Brabham.
Then you had the ground effect with all the skirts and everything.
Yeah.
You had all the turbos.
Turbo era, yeah.
Then you had... Oh, what was it? Is it active suspension?
Active suspension on my Nigel's Williams, wasn't it? Our Nige.
Yeah, well, they literally program the suspension
Yeah.
for every corner on them.
Yeah, good old Nigel. It was everyone's fault except for his.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he would have been more liked if he had shown a little bit more humility at times, wouldn't he?
Yep.
You know, it was frustrating. He was a frustrating driver to watch because his book of excuses other than I made a mistake. Yeah. And you used to think, oh, come on, Nigel, just admit it, mate. You made a boo-boo.
Mind you, was it the Australian Grand Prix where he went wheel to wheel with Senna?
Yeah. I was lucky enough to be at Silverstone that year when Senna broke down and Mansell stopped to pick him up. Yeah. Never really. I mean, I can't watch the San Marino Grand Prix where Ayrton was lost because it is still, even now, something I just can't watch. You know, but yeah. Never thought I'd see that. Never thought I'd see him lose Ayrton at a race. But
I always thought he would retire.
yeah, I always thought he'd be getting old gracefully on a beach in Brazil somewhere, and yeah, it just goes to show you, doesn't it? But yeah, very sad. Have you got any particular favourite drivers from that era in the chat, folks? You know, as a child, you know, who were your heroes as a child? Mine was the rivalry of Niki Lauda and James Hunt. I was 10 years old at the time, and I had just gotten into Formula One that season, as the rivalry was making the British papers at the time. And when I could wrestle the papers off of the old men, I used to always be reading up about the motor racing, because that year was the year I went to Silverstone to watch the MotoGP, or the 500cc's back then. So I had this desire to learn about motorsport or to read anything I could about it, and the rivalry was there. And then Nürburgring happened, Niki Lauda's crash, and that was on the news. And then you suddenly thought he's never going to drive again. And then was it 6 races or 6 weeks later, he got back into the car and was racing again. And it really sold masses of papers in the UK, this story of the Hunt-Lauda rivalry. And that was it. I was hooked in. And, of course, then you had James Hunt and Barry Sheene with their shenanigans off track, you know, and it was... Okay. Yeah, and that was it. I was sold. So for me, it was drivers of that era as a child, and then obviously along come Ayrton. And, yeah, I must admit, I was more of an Ayrton fan than a Nigel Mansell fan, because I saw the good side of Ayrton when it come to people getting things signed, and I saw a side of Nigel that was perhaps not as public friendly. I'll leave it there. Yeah. So, yeah, I would say that they was my main fanboy drivers then, should we say, you know, so, yeah.
Well, yeah, Niki Lauda, James Hunt.
Yeah. I mean, I've still got memorabilia of Ayrton's in my cabinets and that, you know, and yeah, so I would say I was a fanboy, yeah.
Emerson Fittipaldi.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that iconic Lotus, yeah. Yes, Sarah Jane, yeah. Brilliant, because he used to call him Ratty, didn't he? And yeah, she said, best comment ever from James Hunt. Niki Lauda's the only person I know who can get burnt and still come out better looking. Yeah. Oh, but then he did behind the scenes when someone made a nasty comment about Lauda. He went and straightened them out, didn't he? So he had that. He had that personality. Again, another driver there. Sadly, he's 45, Dave, when he died. It's no age, is it?
No.
Yeah, no, it was a terrible loss. That was, again, I never thought it. Marcus said Ronnie Peterson. Yes, it was in 1978 we lost Ronnie Peterson.
That was the name I was struggling to get to.
Yeah, because he had a crash, didn't he? And was it a pulmonary embolism that got him? Something like that. Blood clot in a lung, basically, wasn't it? But, yeah, Ronnie Peterson. My God. And then, of course, you go back to posthumous champion Jochen Rindt, 1970.
Yeah.
Yeah, though. Killed that year, wasn't it? Hunt and Lauder were great friends, yes. Yeah. I don't know if there's people out there that have never seen the film Rush, go and watch it. But, yeah.
Have you seen the film Ferrari?
Yes.
What do you think?
As a biopic, yeah, I think it's all right. Why is that, mate? You disagree?
No, I've watched it. I'm going to have to sit and watch it again, I think.
Yeah. I think they... Because Enzo was a polarising figure himself, wasn't he? Let's be honest. And I think they were very careful how they did it. Let's just leave it there. But, yeah, I think it is one of them that, yeah. I mean, my missus watched it and she was like, gosh, it was quite boring for me, but... I think he was a man of very huge complexities, wasn't he?
The other one that I've downloaded is Gran Turismo.
Oh, right. I've not seen that, no.
No. I think it's based on... I think it's based on... Because they did this driver's school thing where they took gamers and put gamers in real racing cars.
MP was Alain Prost. I saw his career in Renault yellow car at every Grand Prix of that era, but Ayrton Senna was prodigy racer. He was born to race and he had a gift from God. Yeah, there are drivers in every era that were born for it. PJ, he said his first intro to F1 was seeing Pathé Newsreel at Cinnabar. Jim Clark racing in 63. I never saw Jim Clark race because it's before I was born, but I've seen footage, and from what I've seen, he came over as a very well-respected and a very admirable gentleman. Same as Graham Hill, another name PJ's put in there, yeah, the late, great Graham Hill. Died in a plane crash, 75, wasn't it? Around about that time, Graham Hill?
Yes.
And Senna. MP says, I saw the accident of Senna at Imola. For that day, F1 was never the same. Yeah, I mean, I won't watch the Imola weekend because of the losses. Ratzenberg, you had Ruben's accident on the Friday as well, didn't you? And the pit lane guy. And for me, it was just one of them races I've never been out to watch again. And I didn't watch F1 for about 4 years after it. I just could not watch it. And then, like I say, I started getting back into it round about the time Mika Hakkinen was beginning to become successful. And I started watching alternate races, but didn't get back into it for a good few years. So, yeah, I took a sabbatical. Max McGinn says, for me, is Ken Miles. He was a master mechanic and a fantastic driver. That's a good film.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that is a really, really, really good film, I must admit. I can't name the car for risk of getting a penalty off of someone.
Oh, it's that one, isn't it? It's that car.
It's the Ford SJ40. Would that do? Is that a good way of getting out of it? What do you reckon, Dave?
Ooh, I think you might be all right.
Reckon I might have dodged a bullet there, yeah?
Ooh, you might have got away with it.
Absolutely. Drill a few more holes and then I'll load the gallery up, I think, Dave, because we're coming up to 2:45. Okay. So what do you reckon? Start the gallery at 3, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start gallery at 3, folks. So if you want to get some work in, feel free. And then I'll hit the refresh button and I'll load the gallery kins in and we can have a little little look at what you've all been doing, because that's the important part of the show, not what I'm doing, because, yeah. All I'm doing is drilling holes in a brake disc, but I'm having fun. And I am impressed because I haven't drilled a hole in my finger yet, which Dave will verify. Every time I do a set of these, at one point I will always drill a hole in the end of my finger.
There's still time yet.
Yeah, I know.
There's still time yet.
Yeah, some iconic names. Some, you know, that, like you say, you begin to forget, don't you? And it's like, it's not deliberate. It's just you do forget, you know, and it's like, wow, yeah. Gilles Villeneuve. There's a name. Yeah, though, the late, great Gilles Villeneuve. Sadly died too young, didn't he? Blimey, yeah. Oh, bless him. Again, I mean, that was one that took the world by storm, wasn't it? The loss of Gilles.
MP saying best time of F1 was 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah. There was a massive era, wasn't it, of change, both in drivers, but design philosophy. And I mean, Vettel done a brilliant thing the other year, didn't he? He took one of the old V10s, filled it up with biofuel and legged it round Silverstone in it. And he said, you know, we're spending all this money on turbo hybrids. He said, yeah, there we are on old technology with biofuels. He said, everyone misses the sound of these cars. Why don't we go back to V10s, V12s on biofuel? Boom, good question. So, yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? I thought he had a valid point, to be quite honest with you, because Helen said this when she last went up. She remembers the V12s, the V10s sound. She said the cars now sound like bumblebees. They just don't sound right.
Well, I went to Silverstone for the Grand Prix qualifying when you had the likes of Mansell, Senna, Berger.
Yeah.
And the car, I think it was the V10s.
Yeah.
Then. And they sounded like proper cars.
Yeah.
Not what we've got now, the hummingbirds and the bumblebees.
Yeah, it just don't sound right, does it?
No.
Yeah, biofuel is better than electric rubbish. Exactly. I think Vettel hit on a massive point, personally. And, you know, he is a huge environmentalist at the end of the day. But when he said, you know, you can still run these cars, but on biofuel.
Yeah, because I'm sure changing the method of racing from F1 to touring cars, but I'm sure there was one, if not two teams back in the day that was dabbling with biofuels even then.
Yeah. Absolutely. MotoGP, they're bringing in regulations in the next lot of changes that are going to be changing the fuel to percentages where they, you know, they need to be 50% plus biofuel, and eventually they will go biofuel, but they won't go electric. We already have Moto E, so their philosophy is we'll carry on running this technology on biofuels until such time as it's not viable. And I like that idea because you get that experience of the loud engine sound. It's what we go racing for, isn't it? And, you know, the modern cars, dare I say it, they sound more like a marital aid rather than a Formula One car, don't they? And it's just like, it's true though, isn't it? It's just like, really, you can't get a feel for it, can you?
No.
You know, it's like, and all of this, got you know, you've got to conserve your tyres, conserve your battery. That ain't racing, is it? Let's be honest. Racing for me is foot down, biting the windscreen and going for it.
Well, my personal view is the car should be set up, fueled up and tyred up they go out the pits, they start the race, and they go back into the pits at the end of the race.
Yeah, no tyre changes or yeah.
No, you've got a tank of fuel, you've got 4 tyres, and that's it.
Yeah, it's like all these different engine mode settings that they can chop and change. To me, just get rid of all of that.
Yeah, no. Go.
Yeah, no. Bring back 3 pedals, manual gearboxes. I know it's going back to old school and it's, everything has to improve and modernise, but this is prototype racing. Let's just go back to the drivers driving and, Am I too much of a purist? I don't know, but something's missing in it. And
these days, are drivers drivers or are they just pilots?
Well, Martin Brundle summed it. He said, what's the difference, he said, between driving the car on the track and driving it on a PlayStation simulator? And I thought that was quite a good point, really, because, at the end of the day, it is basically a large console controller in your hand, isn't it? It's like... Just
no flappy paddles, proper gear stick, proper clutch pedal.
Yeah. I think we should put PJ and Sarah Jane in charge of the FIA. What do you reckon on that?
Oh dear.
God, could you imagine the heads that would get banged together?
Dear, oh dear.
Yeah.
Now you really are putting it out there, aren't you?
Yeah, I reckon we should have them two running the FIA, to be quite honest with you. I don't think that would be a bad thing. Sarah J said, instead of stating what engine you should have, just give them a certain amount of fuel and design the engine to go and win. You'd have all sorts then, absolutely. I can remember the days with motorcycle racing where the bikes were all lined up against the pit wall. The riders were the other side of the track. Do you remember? And they used to have to run across, get on the bike, fire it up and then go off.
Well, that's what they had to do. That's what they used
to do it in the F1 as well.
Start of... Le Mans.
Sarah Jane says, me and PJ in charge. No way I'm letting PJ be an equal. Only joking, she says. Yeah, PJ, he says he's sick of it about tyres and fuel economy. It should be pedal to the pedal, lights to the flag, enough said. Exactly, mate. I'm glad it's not just me that is thinking this because I get the ump. I'm like, oh, really? When they say, oh, he's got to conserve his tyres and he's on energy-saving mode, it's like, what? You're supposed to be winning a Grand Prix, for Christ's sake, I can feel a wibble coming on here, Dave.
Yeah.
It's building up, mate.
It's just put 4 tyres on a car, give them a tank of fuel, and tell them to race.
Yeah.
No radios.
That's what I like about MotoGP, all right? They can send a certain things that could be sent or transmitted to the rider's dashboard, safety related, but there's no pit-to-shore radio. And I like that because at the end of the day, the riders are out there doing their thing. Obviously, if there's an incident and there's a rider on the track, they all get a message that goes to their dashboard, a bit like a text message. I get that, but yeah. Old Boy's Choice sums it up there. He said, F1 is no longer a sport. It is entertainment, thanks to Liberty Media. Yeah, it's almost going the way of the wrestling, that sort of scripted TV show type thing.
Yeah, I kind of find it a bit like a high-speed traffic jam.
Well, yeah, I mean, it goes... Sorry, mate.
No overtaking. There's no overtaking.
I mean, I think it goes back to the early 90s when Bernie started getting a huge say in things. It became almost a business-related empire of a TV show type thing and entertainment that way. And I think even during his tenure, it started losing its original Sheddernistas mentality of let's go racing. It suddenly became this big publicity, cash-making machine of political correctness, and the drivers had to become little Stepford wives almost, didn't they? And So I can go back as far as Bernie. PJ's saying it as well. Bernie started this nonsense as well as Sarah Jane. But yeah, I think you can go right back to then, can't you, with his overzealous involvement and pushing the sport away from, I think, what it was. I mean, it all started becoming catering for corporate hospitality, and that's when you lose it.
Mm.
Anyway, I'm having a wibble, folks. I do apologise for my wibble.
Yeah, I'd rather see it go back to how it was back in the 70s.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us are passionate racing fans, and we kind of want it to go back to what it was, don't we?
I get that technology moves on, and you're always ever trying to evolve. But has it evolved to the point now where it's boring?
I think it's taken the sport away from the fans, hasn't it? And it's become a business money-making exercise of keeping the corporate sponsors happy, and they've forgotten about the people that are stood around the racetrack actually watching the sport. And the traditional racing fan, I think, has been for a long time priced out of the market. I mean, when we was getting tickets for Silverstone, the prices were higher then, you know, and then the last few times H went, she had the paddock passes and things like that. And it's serious money, Dave. And
well, when I was dabbling with motorsport photography, I looked at going to Silverstone on race day, and this is how far ago it was. It was £99 to get through the gate. That's it. That was just to get through the gate. There's no stand or anything. No passes or otherwise.
Oh, I mean, H would get into the BDRC area, you know, and they would sit there, you know, a glass of vino and a bite to eat, that sort of thing, you know, and be sat in the inner part of the track, taking it all in on the veranda, because, you know, that's what her and her sister liked. And she said it got to the point where you'd get more and more boisterousness in there as the alcohol flowed. She said, and as two women on their own, we started to feel a little bit vulnerable.
Well, yes.
She said, you don't go racing for that, do you? You don't want to feel, especially when you've paid all that money to go into these hospitality places. She said, and people are absolutely ratted before the races start, and they're, you know, bounding around, knocking everyone fly. She said, that ain't on. So she's not been since. She said her piece that day and trundled off and said, I won't be back. But money talks, doesn't it?
Unfortunately, yes.
Exactly. Anyway, folks. Old Boy's Choice says it's all money, 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 money. He says all the great tracks replaced with street processions. Yes, and dare I say it, I'm worried for the future of the MotoGP, because there is strong rumours that it's been doing all scrounged from other kits or built from green stuff or an old fizzy drink can. I like that idea. Any and all feedback is appreciated. A mate of mine does it that way. He refuses to buy photo etch. He'll sit there and make it out of soda cans, you know, and it's like, yeah. And I like that idea. If he wants to damage a mug guard, he'll just use a bit of soda can and that all up. Replace the plastic with that. So there you go. There's the Zimmerit that he was doing, folks. Have you a bit of that, my son?
It's looking pretty damn good.
Yeah. Out of interest, I better check that it's coming out on YouTube. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So let us know that you can see the pictures on YouTube, folks. It should be transmitting out. But yeah, I like what he's done here. And he's come right out of his comfort zone, in he, to do this. So props to you, mate, to be honest with you, Phil. He's a nice fella to boot as well. Yeah. Have you some of that? Like that. I like this idea as well. I've seen Night Shift do this, where they build all the wheels of the track and then pop it off the side of the tank as a complete assembly. I like that idea.
Yeah, no, that's a very good idea, because then you can get it all painted and weathered, and you can also do all the weather and everything behind the wheels.
Yeah, absolutely. You can get right in there, can't you? Sarah Jane says she's watching the current racing from Donington at the moment. Happy days. PJ's going, what race is that? So, yeah. Something about the bikes coming over the Crane of Curves. I do miss it at Donington, but that's it. Yeah, get a Zimmer it. Get you some of that. It's Zimmer, isn't it? See what I do? Yeah, I like that a lot. It's man's best friend there, Dave. Rubber band tank tracks.
Yep, and the bucket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to have a bucket.
You certainly have. Like I say, the beginnings of his stowage there going on as well.
Yep.
See where you're going, mate. It's looking good.
So, yeah, looking very good.
He was quite nervous when he started doing this build because, like I say, he was up against having to do Zimmer it and he hadn't done it before. This is Edward Leonard with the Wingnut Wings work in progress, he says. It is the 32nd scale Hanover CL2, he says, early. Had to scratch built the pilot seat because it was missing. Cheers for that. Have a look, kids. Fox is in the chat there. How do, mate? Hope you're doing all right. What else? Old boy says, that's not a bucket, it's the loo. Laugh out loud, yeah. Yeah, portable toilet of the day.
Yeah. As long as you don't go collecting water in it.
Yeah. Don't mark a big white X on the side because they won't appreciate that, will they? Yeah. He scratch built this seat, Dave, because the seat was missing. Look at that. Mint, isn't it?
Hey, you would never have known.
You wouldn't, would you?
Nope.
That make Edward.
I'm not kind of keen on the idea of being sat just above a fuel tank.
Mind you, in the car, mate, you're sat not far from it.
No, that's very true.
At the end of the day, when you think about it, 9 times out of 10, especially with the modern cars, it's shifted right forward, isn't it? If you're in a 2-seater, it's literally 3 inches, 4 inches from your backside.
Yeah, but there's no bullets flying around, though, is there? Oh, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. At this day and age, mate, I see road rage around by where you are, mate, and it does get a bit feisty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sarah Jane says the British GT starts next weekend from Alton Park. Yeah. I find sometimes these races, like the British Superbikes and that, you get better racing in them than you do on the mainstream ones, mate.
Yeah, I shall be watching a bit of the old touring cars because...
Yeah. You like your touring cars, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
They still have the straw bales, Dave, around the circuit, or have they finally got rid of them?
I think they finally got rid of them now.
Yeah, because last time I watched it, there was a big stack of straw bales, and I thought, last time I saw this was in the 70s. It's like rallying, isn't it? When you see that on the telly, you're like, there's nothing, is there? There's no...
No, terrifying.
Them guys, honestly, that drive the rally cars, and the women, let's not forget the women, those that drive rally cars, then, they've got some nerves, ain't they?
They've got an incredibly very large set of
They have, haven't they? Because I love the intensity of watching a good rally, especially the in-car shots, because it gives you an appreciation, doesn't it? And inside you've got the co-driver, right? Hard left, just eloquently just chilled out, and I'm like, how can they be so chilled out when they're gunning it like that?
Well, the probability is the navigator's got his head down or her head down, looking at the notes, reading it off.
Yeah,
they're not trying to look out the window because as soon as they take their eyes off the notes, they're out of sync with what the driver's doing.
Yeah, Sarah's off to watch the World Superbikes. Yeah, the World Superbikes is coming onto its own now that they've weighed Alvaro down a bit. And yeah, I've got it all recorded, Sarah Jane, so I'm having a late night tonight. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for coming in, by the way. And rally cars are the best. I am biased, as I used to do rallying. There you go. I knew there was something eccentric about you. Now I know what it is. LWM's got a good point. Says, I'd rather sit above a fuel tank than boom, boom, fiery batteries in an electric vehicle. Exactly.
Yeah, he's got a point there.
He's got a great point there.
Yeah, because when they go up, that's it. You can't put them out.
Yeah, it's like old magnesium when it used to catch light, isn't it? It's just like, it's like a load of thermite going off, isn't it? Once it starts, you ain't getting rid of that.
No.
Oh, just have a swig of drink.
Right, yeah.
Right, we've got the GNU.
Oh.
Might have shown these last week, but yeah.
Oh, it's him. He's him.
Yeah, this is his Skaven and Cheese Boys that he's been building. So, yeah, there you go. He's been having a bit of a buildy, Kins, ready for some painting. Oh, yeah, there you go. And, yeah, it's just the fact that you got this rather bizarre chest gun poking out, and it's like, yeah, a modern fembot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was his Cheese Boys and Skaven Vanguard set. There you go. At least he's inside afternoon or afternoon,
Hello,
Bill.
Bill.
We've literally just finished showing your Zimmerit, mate. So, yeah. Bill Legg, current project on the go is the 700th Revell RMS Titanic. Again, apologies if this was shown last time. Some of them have had comments on them since, so it's just jiggled the date order a bit. So
Jiggle.
yeah, exactly. And yeah, I think this is one of those where everyone should build a Titanic at some point.
I've never built one.
It's one of them. It's just one of those that should be on anyone's list. A Titanic, they always a good little build.
If I was going to do a Titanic, I think it'd have to be one of the chibi ones.
Yes, yeah, I've done both. I've got the chibi one over there. I got the ordinary one over there. I watched the Japanese guy that did the diorama. You know, the one where the little RV with the light on found it underneath the water.
Oh, yes.
And he done it in a big resin block, and it was so beautifully done. It was a work of art, you know, and the fact that he started with a standard kit and then put all the collapsed decks in bit by bit, piece by piece, you know. And
I know there's a few Japanese builders that I follow on YouTube.
Stunning work.
You watch what they do, and you just think, yeah, okay, this is just completely different level.
It is. It's skill level Japan, mate, isn't it? Have you seen the guy that does the little dioramas in the old light switch boxes? You seen him yet? Yeah.
No, I've not found him yet.
Okay, what I'll do next time I'm on his channel, Dave, I'll fire you over the link. What he does is he buys from the DIY shop like a double gang socket or a single, screws it into his wall, but he'll put a diorama in there of the room that it's in.
Oh, good grief.
And it's got all the bookshelves with everything on it, the computer on the desk, everything. And I'm like, it's proper nano stuff that he builds, but it's beautiful. And then he lights it all up as well. And it's like, oh, really?
Yeah. It's just, they're in a league of their own.
Yeah. PJ's never done a ship kit. It doesn't interest him. It's each to their own, mate, at the end of the day. We build what we choose, mate. Like I say, you know, what you build is what you build. It's not compulsory. You choose what you want, isn't it? That's the beauty of this hobby. Natasha's building a Mustang. It's her second build, making a model plane. Yeah. Happy days.
It's looking all right there.
It is. It is, mate. Yeah.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I think then if you don't like ships, as Fox don't like shiny cars, perhaps, yeah, we should get you doing a ship and Fox doing a shiny car. Cool, that'll start a debate off now. SJ had to run, but how is everyone? We are fine, SJ. How are you? That's the important thing.
I think if you gave Fox a shiny kit to build, he'd have a heart attack.
Yeah, LWM says, by the way, the Titanic is me, Bill Legg. Ah, brilliant. Now I can put a name to the channel. Because it always gets us and catches people out. Not everyone's channel corresponds to their name. Now I know who you are, Bill. No worries, mate. Happy days. But yeah. There you go. That's Natasha's. Which, if you don't know, Natasha is Crafting Budgie Mama. Yeah. Billy says, I tried a big cruise ship, great kit, but at the time my desk was way too small, so I flogged it and got some smaller ones. Yeah, I've often fancied doing one of these big battleships, you know. But it's the sheer size of them. Where on earth would I put? Pardon me. Where would I put it when it's built?
Yeah, I'd like to do the Enterprise, the American flat top.
Yeah.
But it's like it's over a metre long. It's like where'd you put it?
Exactly. And that's the thing, you know. I mean, I struggled with the Nimitz up there, you know, that's a shelf filler. And I think that was 3/20th scale, something like that. But, yeah, I often see these big battleships and they do look a wonderful thing to do. And then you sit there and you think, hold up a minute, they want another 300 quid for the wooden deck, another couple of £100 on top of that for the photo etch. And it's like, well, why ain't that all in the box?
And probably another couple of £100 for the lighting kit.
Exactly. So I'm like, yeah, you know, for that money, it's like, yeah, it's not worth it. Sarah Jane says, I once dropped a car model in a puddle. Does that count as a Titanic build? See what you did there.
No, I think it counts as a splashdown.
Yeah, absolutely. Bill says, before I switched the models, my YouTube channel was Legwork Media. I wanted to keep the branding, so become LWM Modelling. Billy says, does the Schwimmwagen count? If so, I've built a boat. Good enough for me, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it can navigate on water, it counts.
Yeah, no, it counts. And see why not?
Yeah. Apologies for my rather loud neighbour there. This was Neil's duck balls finished and installed. Next, a full coat of mud added today to his 1/6 scale World War I British trench diorama. I love what he's doing with this, I must admit.
I do.
Because it's a very poignant and a very touchy subject, isn't it? World War One building. And it's one of them you've got to get right, haven't you? And I think he's nailed it.
I think he's on the money there.
Yeah, I think he's nailed this, and I think he's treated it with 100% respect and dignity, isn't he?
Yeah. And the scale size that he's doing this in, it's going to be a monster of a display.
Absolutely. Old Boy's Choice says, I built an 8-foot-long HMS Hood. Full RC, took 2 of us to get it in the water.
Yeah, I'll bet.
See, I'd be afraid to pull it in the water, because if it's sunk, there's a lot of money under the water then, isn't there? You'd be in there trying to get it, wouldn't you? You'd have to.
Well, yeah, you'd have the chest waders on, wouldn't you?
You would, wouldn't you? You'd be like, no way am I leaving that under there. PJ says to Fox, he's got a 500th scale battleship Yamato. He's waiting for Colin to get one so we can do a buddy build. Still waiting, drumming fingers. Wait as long as you want, mate. I haven't got the money you've got, PJ. At the end of the day, so don't tell me off, mate. At the end of the day, home bills come first, mate.
Yes.
There you go. Start, mate, would be a better option because it's going to be several years before I get one. There you go. Happy days. That is beautifully done. If he's done every sandbag individually.
The level of detail that he's put into this and the amount of time that he's put into this, individual sandbags, I wouldn't put it past him.
Exactly. Wow.
It's stunning work.
Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah. Honestly, Neil, I salute you, mate.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
I really, really do. It's... If you was to take black and white photo of that, you'd think it was the real thing, wouldn't you?
You wouldn't be far wrong.
Wow. Brings a lump to your throat, doesn't it? It's like, wow, look at it. It
wouldn't surprise me if those sandbags were all individuals.
Absolutely. You know, it's museum quality, isn't it? It's...
I like the puddles.
Yeah. Just absolutely beautiful. Phew. Unbelievable, mate. That's talent, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Bill says, I can't understand why some of these diorama builders aren't set builders on the movies with their skills. It is, it's museum quality stuff, mate, isn't it? And it's just like, yeah. And I love seeing it, You know, I love watching these people do this work because it's the research behind it, Dave. You can imagine they've got thousands of pictures of reference that they're going from, and they will get every single spec 100% right.
And because it's a hobby rather than a thing of work,
yeah,
therefore more attention to detail can be spent on it because you're not being pushed for time.
Yeah. Oh, it can take years to do, can't it? You know, some people like to say they'll be doing a dio like this for a good couple of seasons, and it shows, doesn't it? Wow. You want to see how it's done? Go and look at this album.
Definitely.
Worth doing. This was welcoming Bill to the group. Most welcome, Bill.
Hello, Bill.
Your life as you knew it has ended because we are a bunch of crackheads, mate. You know, we are mad as a box of frogs.
Oh, definitely.
Talking of mad, here's our good friend Dan Croak.
Who's going to mention it first?
Yeah. PJ says, I'd like to see how big Neil's diorama actually is. It looks really big. It's 1/6 scale, so I can imagine it's bigger than the obligatory coffee table dio, isn't it? It's going to be huge, isn't it?
Probably about 3 or 4 foot.
Needs to be in the cabinet at the Imperial War Museum, doesn't it? And I hope he displays it at Telford because, yeah. Trouble is, he's going to need a lorry to get it there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, our good friend Dan, he of the beard. Stop it, you. You're trying to encourage me already. I know what you're up to. One of the recent completed kits from me, he says, is the new 124th Audi A4 from the 1996 BTCC, British Touring Car Championships. Really waited a long time for this to arrive, so it didn't disappoint, and it was a pleasure to build. The additions from the detail upset are subtle, but really dress up the interior mainly. Yeah, I'm looking at this already, and look at that.
Ooh, I know.
Hey.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah. He really has become a shiny car guru, hasn't he?
I think he's now almost godlike status.
He is, isn't he? Well, he's got the beard. He only needs to dye it white, doesn't he? I said that out loud, didn't I? Damn it.
You did.
Oh, dear. Got this image now of him in a long, wispy white robe dishing out the commands. Yeah.
Do you think he gets a wash and a blow dry and a set on it?
God, I'm so glad that you said that. Yeah, I reckon he... Yeah, do you reckon he sits there like Hilda Ogden with the hairnet and the curlers in? No. Moving on. Let's talk about the car. Focus.
No, he probably has a beard. He has beard straighteners and stuff like that. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, a heated mangle. Oh, bless him.
You're leading me on now.
Bless him. If you hear a knock at the door and there's a nigh on 7 foot tall man with a beard staring down at you, Dave, that'll be our Dan, mate. And I'll be like, yeah, you're on your own there, Dave.
Yeah, no, you'd still be there. I'll be down the road.
Yeah, they'll be like, yeah, your mate's here, Dave. Tell him what you think about his beard net. Beautiful work, though, isn't it? And lining these rings up on these decals, getting them right distance. Oh, I can imagine.
Tell you what, I'd like his donations to his swear box for that one.
Yeah. Yeah, why not bring the motorbike out? Yeah, I'll put sign up in a minute. Can you naff off? I'm live. There you go. But yeah, beautiful.
No, it's gorgeous work.
Gorgeous build, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I'm going to have to buy a new kit and
never built a new kit, mate.
No, I haven't.
You know, but honestly, there's a list of kits. You know, an MFH, a new. Yeah, yeah.
I still want to get the bell kits for the
the 6R4. Yeah, I got that just there, mate. 6R4.
I'd like to get the 6R4, and I'd like to get the Fiesta.
Yeah.
I've got the
Yeah.
Escort Mark 1s.
So far, my only rally car I've built was the Lancia Stratos, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And building the rally cars is something I'd like to do more of, to be quite honest with you, purely and simply because you can do a bit of weathering on them if you choose. So, yeah, but have you seen the price of the rally car kits now, Dave?
No.
Hugh the Whipple. Yeah.
I've seen the price of the F1 kits for the Tamiya 120th. They're,
Yeah, you're looking at a similar price there, mate. You know, they are, for what you're getting, they are, I think, a bit expensive. But
is it starting to get to the eye-watering series now, is it?
yeah, I suppose you do get a lot of decals and things like that. But even so, it's like, yeah, you know. For me, I think they're too expensive, but I'm sure it's down to the current global crisis. Yeah, that's what they blame everything on.
No, it's this company's charging too much for the licenses.
Yeah. Bill says, I'm saying my mum had me tested. Yeah, I'm not mad, mate. I've got a discharge card to prove it. Reese built a 4 foot by foot dio of the Normandy. I called after D-Day, and that to me was 3 or 4 years worth of work to finish. And he says the new Do A4 is gorgeous. I'm working on that one. Some super detail on the inside, but otherwise the kits are gorgeous. Yeah. But yeah, I just think, like, say, the rally cars are expensive. I was having a look at a few recently, and it was like, you know, 70, 80 quid, Dave. It's like, yeah.
Well, that's silly money.
It's getting there, isn't it? But then bike kits are creeping up again, aren't they? All kits are, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. Because you're going to price people out the hobby then, aren't you? Because you think about it, on average, you're paying, say, 50 quid a kit on average. Time you get the paint, the glue, you know, bits and pieces, set of nippers, and, you know, that's 100 quid. You know. All right, you're not going to need to buy tools for every build you do, but you know what we're like. The minute you get one set of nippers, you want another set. Take my hat off to Natasha for this, because that's a lot of Lego there, and it's microdot Lego, isn't it?
Ooh, Patience of a Saint springs to mind.
Oh, that's a good shout. I didn't realise that. Sarah says, Sarah Jane even. No, we're also doing the other Super Touring BTCC cars, Cavalier, Mondeo, Alpha, Laguna, etc. from the 90s. That might be a good one, Dave, because we've got some cars we liked from that era, haven't we? So that might be a good shout. What sort of price range are they, Sarah Jane, if you don't mind me asking? Are they affordable kit price? Because, yeah, I like this. I like this a lot.
Oh, that's not that. I'm just looking on John's site, and they're reasonable.
Yeah.
As in below 50 quid.
Oh, you can't argue with that. It's the ones that are getting to the... It's like I was looking at things like the new Focuses and the... what's that? Can't think of the name of the car now. The bubble one. What's it called? Toyota Yaris, is it? Things like that. And it was... I just looked at the price and thought, I'm paying that. Sarah Jane says Tasha's come on really well. Yeah, she comes in the Zoom, Tasha. It's nice to see her. Oh, yeah. She really has. Her self-confidence has grown massively, so good for her. Jelly bopped up, Manuel. It's the Cabroff 50 Black Shark, 72nd from Svedsta. A few more steps in the armament, and a rotor of blade. There you go. Looky kins.
Belly whopper.
Yeah, what can you say? It's Jelly bopped, mate.
Yeah.
Look at that. There's some bombs on that bad boy.
Ooh, you wouldn't be wanting to argue with that one.
Yeah. Bobbin says, he'd like to do one of the British touring car Volvo estates. Those were cool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it was some of the liveries as well, wasn't it, back then? Is it Paul that did the Tic Tac Beamer? I just love that decal scheme. It's quite a phrase. It's mint. So I did. I'll get me coat.
Yeah, I think you should.
Yeah, there's a lot of bombs going on there. They're rivets, Dave. I hope you counted them.
I'm not counting them. He can.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Oh, that's one of those twin rotor jobbies, Dave. That's proper blocked noises, that is, isn't it?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
like
That's rotor noises in reverse and forward at the same time.
Absolutely. Natasha says, thanks, Sarah Jane. It's right, my darling. Don't have to thank us, Natasha. Thank you for sharing, love. At the end of the day, this isn't mine and Dave's show. This is your show. At the end of the day, it's your work.
Mm.
We're just there to click the buttons. There's a video there of the Titanic. Any music on it, Bill, if you're in the chat? Oh, not that it matters. Blow it. Let's just go for it. There you go. Look at that.
Coming on, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Looking good.
There you go. Props to you, mate. See what I did there, Dave?
Moving on.
Yeah. There you go, folks. Pack 38 of the Eleanor Mustang went up on the channel. So if you pop over and have a lookykins, folks, I would be massively grateful. And it's a big flaw, Dave. Already, before I film the next ones, I've got to move most of my bench now, Dave.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's demanding some presence, is it?
And that's the 1/8 one. You dread to think when the 1/6 one gets to this stage. Yeah.
Oh, good grief. I'm glad you're doing it, even not me.
Absolutely. Lindsay's in the chat there. Says, hi, Colin and Chatland. Hello, Lindsay. How you doing? Lovely to see you. So that's pack 38 of the Eleanor, folks, that's gone up. And it's really coming along quickly. Pack 38 already.
Mm.
This was the Wednesday live where I was doing a bit more assembly on the turret of the 1/16 scale Sherman, which is a bit of a what if Sherman, where various film-related bits from different Shermans are getting added to it, just as a general glue anything else onto the model that I can find build.
Ooh.
So there's a bit of Kelly Zeros, a bit of Fury, a bit of everything on there. So oh, yeah, there you go. So if you want to go and see me getting really nervous about building a 1/16 scale tank, that's the video to go and watch, folks.
You got anything on there that Telly Savalas had on his tank in the Battle of the Bulge, was it?
I've got Telly Savalas himself, if that helps. I've got him and Skint Fleeced Wood on appearing in there. Really lived up to the reputation older Revell kits have. It took a lot of manoeuvring and super glue. The nacelles are ready as well. Now determined if I want to attach the wings before or after the move. I'd leave them off until you've moved, mate, personally.
Yeah.
Unless you want to end up doing a crash damage build, mate. Look at that.
Ooh. It's coming on, isn't it?
Absolutely.
No, I'd leave everything in the separate parts that you've got for now, and then once you've done your moves, then you can start putting it together.
Yeah, because honestly, you'd be most upset.
Mm.
LWN says, sorry, I've been posting a lot on the Titanic build. Feel free to pass over them. Not at all. Not at all. I'll show whatever it is you've posted, mate. Worry about it. You post as much as you like, mate. This show is your show. There's not a problem, mate. If we can survive Ross Medlock and his 111-12 posts, we can survive you, mate.
Yes, and James's late posts.
Yeah, so we can survive anything, mate. There you go. Look at that.
We are built of sterner stuff.
We need to be, mate. We need to be.
Yeah.
About the people that throw darts at us, mate, we need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't please everyone.
No.
Model making guru. Hello, old friend. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? I'll take these over the modern curvy ones any day. Just need to find some XL ones, which seem to be rarer. There you go. He's got Cutler Citadel handles there. There you go. He's happy.
Handles or fork handles?
Yeah, yeah. Handles, yeah. Go. Let's welcome our new member, Alex Baumhauer, or Hauer, Baumhauer. There you go. Welcome, Alex. Welcome to our little world. Oh, he snagged a bargain, Bill. Look at this. He says, just bagged me a nice little bargain. This is up there with one of yours, Dave. This is. Look at that. He got that for a lady, mate. Get you some of that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm impressed with that, mate.
Cool, that's saying something coming from you, because you are the master of picking up the scoring.
It's been a while, Dave, isn't it, since I've done it? And the last one I did was a Warhammer tank. I think I got that for about £4, mate. But yeah,
because you've not said anything, I thought, oh, perhaps he's packed that up now. He's not doing it.
I've not had the funds, Dave, to be honest with you, mate. Time this and what's his name, Zoom and that get paid off. So I've not really had the opportunity of going on the old Evil Bay and doing it. But yeah, I was getting a bit of a reputation, wasn't I, of bagging a bargain. But this is up there, mate.
Oh, Dave, look what I've just scored.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when I told Sarge how much I got them 2 big Ryefields for. He was like, I hate you. Yeah, that's up there, mate. Well done, Bill, mate. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, take me out of G on that one. God, dear.
Absolutely. I'm impressed with that. That was Philip Prime, just for fun tonight. This was the Primetime Tuesday show. I'll try my best to get on there, but like I say, it's a struggle. Close to the end now, says Bill on his RMS Titanic, episode 5 on the YouTube. So go and have a watch, folks. Go and share the love. Go and keep Bill company. MP says, very cool, the big boy, the most powerful steam locomotive in the world. You go. Sergeant Blazy Model World is saying hello. Hello there, how are you? Welcome to the show. Lovely to see you in. Feel free to post your work in the gallery. There is a link to the gallery in the description of the video. But if in the future you want to post any work, go and join the group, mate. You'll be most welcome. He says, just pop it in, guys. Sorry, that's not a problem, mate. It's nice for you to pop in and keep us company. Everyone's saying hi to Sergeant.
Yep.
Always nice to see new folks popping in, isn't it? There's the beginnings of a big boomstick. This was off of the 16th scale Sherman, Dave. It's finally had its aluminium boomstick fitted, and
that's a proper boomstick, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sat there in primer at the moment, just off shot. But Dave, yeah, and I may have done boom boom noises, mate.
I should hope you have.
Yeah,
oh.
And I got caught doing boom boom noises.
Oh no, did H catch you?
Yeah. Yeah. And it was like, never heard you come in. She went, no, I can tell, dear. I can't wait to tell the boys. I said, they'll understand. So there you go. Boom boom noises.
Oh, I'd love to have seen her face when she walked in. Oh, I bet it was a picture.
It was. Yeah.
Can you imagine the words going through her head at the time she saw you doing? I can't possibly repeat what I think
she just had the arms folded with a smirk from ear to ear, shaking her head, going, "Oh, yeah, really?" And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't see you there." She went, "I know you didn't."
Caught red-handed, was you?
I said, "You've been there long." She said, "Long enough to hear you doing the tank commander voices." I went, damn it. I even done all the manoeuvring noises, Dave, as the boom arm turret was spinning, mate. And, yeah. I was in my own little world. She went,
I'm sure you were. Evidently you were, because you didn't hear her coming through the door.
She said, I just wish, she said, my phone weren't on charge because I would have recorded it for posterity. I'm like, dodged a bullet there. Anyway,
Yeah,
Pack 12, he says, diverted the subject of the massive 1/6 scale Shelby GT 500 is now up as well. This was all the door mechanisms going in, folks. Yeah, all the cogs, pulleys and everything, making the window wind up and down. And yeah, there may have been window noises getting made, folks. So go and have a looky-loo. This is the one where I'm sitting there thinking, right, the ultrasonic's got to come off the bench, the archer's got to come off me Harry Potter bus, the end row of cabinets off the hobby zone's got to come out the way. Dave, it's a big one.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah, that's a good shout. He says he replaces the flagpoles of the front and rear of the Titanic with sewing needles and thread the rigging lines through the eyes of the needles before gluing it, as the plastic ones were so flimsy. Yeah, I replaced mine with a bit of the old brass rod, mate, because they are useless. As soon as you tied the easy line round them, they bowed, didn't they, mate? It was a bit, yeah, a bit lame. But yeah, so there you go, folks. That's the big Mustang. And I'm not confirming or denying whether there was window winding noises or brum brums. This was the guru. He says, I can confirm GW pulled a Rogel Dawn with the new Solar Auxilia Lehman Russ. Not a hole in the floor, but this time foregoing a base plate for the turret. Sigh. And me being subtle, I just went, fill it then. But yeah, I get it. But you're not going to see it anyway. But yeah, the base plate, they no longer make the base plates for them. It's like, really? They're beginning to scrimp, aren't they, Fox? And my argument is they make enough money. A little bit of plastic ain't going to hurt. Come on.
Well, surely he's got a bit of plastic card. He can stick that in there.
Yeah, all they had to do when they moulded this is just make these flanges enough to fill the gap. But like you say, a bit of plastic card, a bit of milliput. I know all about milliput because I've got 5 tubes of it sat there. But hey, you know.
I think Fox is being a bit of a princess. Yeah,
absolutely. We've got a quick update here from Simon Shorey. He says, he says, a quick update on the MFH 112 Ferrari 412P. Dave, look at this. He says, quick update. He says, the pictures show a loose fitting of the main body panels. Following on from priming, I've managed to get the Gravity Ferrari red down with no issues. He says, as I'm doing a Maranello Concessionaries version, or Concessionaries, he said, hence the 412P number 23, Richard Atwood and Piers Courage. The next step was to paint the blue stripe, nose and rear end, although decals are available in the kit. I think painting the blue was a better option. Good shout, especially on an MFH build, mate.
Yes.
So I like your thinking there. Loads of masking later, a quick application of Mr. Surface, a white over the red, then a mix of Mr. Colour C3, 23 and C62, 50-50 ratio to make the blue over that. Now it's ready for the decals, followed by the 2K. Great explanation of what you've used there. I really like that because it saves getting that question. What paint did you use? But how did you do that? I must add it to the rules of the group because, yeah, it's there then for everyone to see. But look at that. It's the shape of it, Dave, isn't it? It's
I know. Proper curvy.
It is, isn't it? It's 1960s Hollywood star look. Curvaceousness, isn't it?
Yes. No, it's proper nice. I like that.
What a beautiful build. Absolutely stunning. And yeah, look at that. And already you see it and you think, God, this is going to be so beautiful when it's all cleared and polished. And
it's going to be something else when it's finished.
We're going to print pictures out. We're going to put it on the dartboard. I'll be like Luke Littler throwing a 9 dart at this on the dartboard, mate. You know what I mean? I'm joking. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. But, I look up to people like this that do these builds. Yeah. The shiny car fraternity, I take me hat off to them, all of them, because, yeah, use some of that. What a beautiful looking vehicle. I can't take my eyes off the edging detail as well. It's just like
I know.
stunning.
It's all there, isn't it?
Yeah,
And some.
absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. What can you say? Stunning. I like his jig as well.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. Simon, you're a star, mate. Thanks for sharing that.
Yes.
Our good friend Joe there is back with some more of his junkers. JU888. Progress is progress. After a lot of thought, the wings and tail feathers are in place. The landing gear are not glued in. The nacelles are close. Time to look at the wing roots. Go. He's taken the gamble, mate.
He has, hasn't he?
He has taken a gamble, mate. Fingers crossed for you, mate. They really are.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a thing of beauty. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. The detail coming on them. Of course, when they're on the wing, he gets to do the prop noises, Dave, doesn't he? Pop, 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 as you're starting it up.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Because we'd do that. Dave would be in his full RAF uniform. I know he would, mate. He'd be there, done up to the nines. Freshly pair of bold boots on. He'd be there, mate. Chocks away.
I'll probably be winging it.
That's what he did there, Dave. You wouldn't get into a flap, would you, mate?
Nah.
Some more on the Titanic here. This is Swear Jar, he says, is full. All 4 smokestacks are rigged. Yeah, I was looking at the rigging. I remember when I rigged mine. Yeah, I'd have had less trouble if I'd put a pair of goalkeeping gloves on, to be honest with you. He said all 4 smokestacks are rigged with one continuous piece of easy line, threaded from the front to the back. I've looked on YouTube, but I can't find anyone else who's used that method before. It's a lot better than trying to knot both ends to each individual rigging line. It's a good shout, mate. No, I didn't use it. Yeah, I did individual bits with knots each end, and it was an absolute pain in the bum.
Did you get knotted?
I did, Dave. And with my clumsy great hands, as you can imagine, this was fun for me. Yeah. This is why I still haven't started the Black Pearl, mate, because of all the rigging. I will get round to it because H has mentioned that I haven't built it yet.
Oh.
But yeah, that Black Pearl you haven't built for me yet. Okay, love. I said you haven't been speaking to PJ because I was supposed to be doing a Battleship Yamato. There you go. It's a good technique, though. I like that idea. I wonder whether I could do one continuous piece on the Black Pearl. I could send it up to him to rig, couldn't I? I could be really cruel.
Oh, yeah. He's got prior experience, so, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely. Got together well, though, mate.
Yeah, it has. Yeah. Well done.
Nice one, mate. So I take it then you're funneling your expertise by saying that's how you did it then?
You just had to go and stack that one up, didn't you?
What's wrong with that? Yeah. Fox is saying in the chat that his mum dreamt last night that I fell off me motorbike on a corner. She said you were supposed to be, but prattling about. Yeah, it's supposed to be serious. Yeah. Me messing about? Would I do that? Yeah. LWM Bill says I'm getting that sinking feeling. Absolutely. PJ says stacks of fun. See, it's coming. Yeah. You go.
We'll have a boatload soon.
We will do. Natasha, Venom stroke Groot. It's a funky twist. I love it. I've enjoyed making this one. Ooh, what we got? What we got? Let's have a look.
Yeah. Sounds interesting.
Yeah. So Venom stroke Groot. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, I've got bags of Lego straight away, which for me is sending fear through me already.
Well, yes.
Because it's like, how many of them Lego pieces are going to end up between my toes?
Mm-hmm.
She's building a cross between Venom and Groot. Okay, I look forward to seeing this then. Have you some of that?
Yeah.
How much money's in your swear box, Natasha? Because it could be drinks are on you, love.
Yeah.
What we want to know. That's a thing and a half, Dave. Look at the massive claw hands.
I know.
Those big claw hands always win, don't they?
Ooh.
LWM says, I'll take a bow and not be stern about it. He's been on the port again, hasn't he?
Port on the starboard side.
Yeah, you be careful or you'll keel over.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, Charlie, yeah, coat rack, mate. You're going to need it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I've got a big old Lego bike there that I've got to start soon.
You are.
Different, Dave, isn't it?
It is. Very different.
Yeah. Got a quirkiness about it.
But I like it.
Yeah, it works, doesn't it?
It does.
Brings a twist to Groot.
Well, yes.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Natasha. Oh, what we got here? SJ Train World. Last night on the live stream on YouTube, I started to build the hobby trade laser cut kit. Wednesday next week, I will continue and build the roof section and start on the decorations. What do you think of this kit so far? And there's a link there to the next stream on YouTube. Yes, on a Wednesday, folks. There you go. Let's have a looky, kins, folks. Bish, bash, and bosh. Boom. There you go. Have you some of that? And yeah, it's going to look mint, mate. Really is.
It is, isn't it?
Bill says Yeezy line's amazing to work with compared to plain cotton. Yeah, the first thing I do on any kit that comes with the cotton rigging is I just put it in a drawer. And then when H comes in, it's like, yeah, use that for your sewing box, love. Yeah. There you go. Looking good. Looking good.
Very good. Mm.
Andrew Dewar. Here is Tamiya's 124th Honda S2000. Primed in Mr. Surface of black, painted in Pro Scale titanium silver. Cleared in 2K, polished using Meguiar's polishing compounds and all Oglin wax. Good shout. The interior was painted in Pro Scale Napa black and Zero's Ferrari Rosso FX. And the wheels are painted with Pro Scale steel. Thanks for looking. 3 days, Andrew. Thank you for sharing, mate. Gosh, have you a look at that, Dave?
That's nice.
Hey, I'll have that all day long.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like them red seats and all.
I do. I just like the colour.
Yeah. There's the next picture. Oh, that works a treat.
It does, doesn't it? Ah, top job. Yeah, top job.
Isn't it? I like that a lot.
The one that I was going to do, I don't think I'm going to bother doing it now.
Having second thoughts, Dave, are you?
Yeah. Oh,
this was Marcus from Saturday, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Join me and Annika this Saturday. Oh, the Black Pearl metal kit was out. Oh, dear, Marcus.
Did it end well, or is it?
Yeah, how did that go for you? And has YouTube politely asked you not to do any metal kits live again?
Oh, dear.
Yeah. How much money did you lose, Marcus, building this? Bless him. And apologies I didn't make it last night, mate. So, yeah. Now, go and give it a watch back, folks. I'll watch that back once I've done me racing, just to see how how much Swearfest happened because, yeah, it's entertaining watching Marcus do this sort of thing. And he takes it on the chin. He takes it as the joke. So, yeah. Yeah, if you want to see a grown man have model rage, that's the man to go and watch. Bill's Titanic is done and dusted. Oh, there you go.
Ooh, well done.
Now, what I want to know is, did you stand there doing the Celine Dion song as you saw it on the bench? You did, didn't you? Just imagine you was proper lounge singing, wouldn't you? Come on, fess up, Bill. Yeah, as long as you was dressed as Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm happy. Fox would dress as the princess, but we won't go into that. Yeah, I like what he's done with this.
That's not an image you want burnt on the back of your retina.
Yeah, could just imagine it, could you? Ted as Leonardo DiCaprio and Fox as Kate Winslet. On the bow of Ted's Titanic. Oh, I feel a Photoshop coming on here, PJ. What do you reckon, mate? I've thrown the gauntlet down, mate.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, that would look absolutely mint, doesn't it? Look at that. I like what he's done with that.
He's done a terrific job on that.
Titanic job.
Oh, dear.
Come on, now.
I'll give you that one.
Not that the voting's been rigged.
Oh, dear.
Moving on. Fox is like, oi, yeah, he knows. He knows. Yeah.
No, it's very good.
Nice job there, mate. Well done, Bill. He's passed the first induction of modelling. Now he's got to do a biplane.
Oh, dear.
Right, what have we got next? Dan Croak, part 2 of the Fujimi 120th Lotus 97T is now available over on YouTube. This part covers the engine, drive, train and floor. Pop over and have a watch. He says, don't forget, like and subscribe, folks. Yeah, go and share the love, folks. Come on. The Dan Cave. You know you want to. You know you want to. He's a lovely fella. He really is. Don't let the rollers and the nets, confuse you. He is a really nice, down-to-earth bloke. Yeah, go and share the love. Oh, my God. It's Robo Festa. Part 21 of the Robocop's up, and yeah, it's his lower leg from the knee down there, folks. It's coming along massively, folks. And it's hard to believe it's already part 21. And yeah,
you're moving on it, aren't you?
I am, mate. It's a beautifully made thing. It really is. Yeah, I'm really impressed with it, to be honest with you. And it seems to be going together really well. So, which is surprising for me because I've got 2 left hands, and I so. But go and have a watch, folks. Why not? It's 1/3 scale as well, so it's 2 foot tall. So yeah. And he's actually going to stand guarding my PC server over at the back there of the man cave. So yeah. Oh look, it's Ferrari Festa. See what I'm doing? This was pack 2, the Legends of Ferrari car collections gone up in 1/24 scale. And this one was Michael Schumacher's F1 2000, folks. So, yeah, there you go. So these come pre-built, but they are absolutely beautiful display case models. They really are. Ooh. And they're gonna go in my F1 display cabinet in the lounge very nicely, folks. So, yes, and I even stuck the badge on me hat, the Ferrari logo, because I could.
Yes.
I went there. So, yeah, there you go,
you
folks.
Went there all on your own as well, you big grown-up.
I did, didn't I? So, yeah, go and have a look, folks. Nice short videos, and yeah. And I'll get to do brum brum noises as well, so why not? Okay, Bill says, when your model display shelf turns out to be a giant model in itself. Oh, dear.
Oh.
Did we have fun doing flat packs?
Oh, dear.
See, the funniest thing I've ever seen, and I've mocked him for it all his life, or most of it, is me brother. He's a left-hander. And do you remember them old wooden deck chairs, Dave?
Mm.
The ones that you always see blokes getting twisted in bits trying to assemble. Watching my brother try to put that up on an ironing board is the funniest thing imaginable. Really is hilarious. Because no matter how many times he clips the ironing bolt together, it'll fall flat. And it's the same with a wooden deck chair. He'd get himself in a reef knot trying to put it up, and then he'd sit in it and it'd just collapse flat again. Don't know why, but he just could never manage it. But there you go. There's Bill's flat pack, and it's all built there. Look at that. I'm impressed, Bill.
Yeah.
He says, okay, he says, I now need to go and do a lot more kits. Yeah, you've got a massive display shelf now, mate. So, see the picture? Look at that.
What?
Yeah, I like what you're doing now. I like his sign as well, yeah. Very, very professional looking environment there, mate.
It's incredibly professional.
Far more professional than ours, Dave, isn't it?
Crikey, 3 screens and a telly.
Yeah, I'm vitally impressed, mate.
I'm jealous.
He's sitting there. He's got one pair of glasses above the other, and he's got 4 eyes. That's what he's got.
Yeah.
He's got incredible multi-screen vision. But yeah. Happy days, mate. What's next? We got. Oh yeah, this. See, I had my eye on this as a potential E-models build, and then I looked at the dimensions of the kit and the dimensions of my workspace and thought twice. He says, it appears I've completely lost my mind as I really want to do this model. It is an absolute beast of a thing.
I know someone that built one over at M4H, and it is a beast.
Yeah, I'm still tempted by it, Dave, and I don't know why. It's got that look about it of, yeah, and then I have to think, right, Pete, I've then got to explain to Pete at E-Models where he's going to store this, because it's 200th scale. And, yeah, it is 687 parts, and it's 101.1 centimetres, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is a beast, and I think there's some rigging to be done in it as well.
Exactly. Stu Pot's in. Hello, Stu Pot. How you doing, mate? Lovely to see you again.
Hello, Stu.
He says, I'm building the Africa Twin and sit with you guys on most Sundays thinking. So, yeah, I've got a proper base unit that it's all going to sit on, and, yeah. Guru's painting these Skaven cheese boys is underway. I've set a few aside to film how-to tutorials. There you go. Enjoy that. There you go. Have you some of that?
Yeah.
Sarah Jane says, if you need room for that kit, I'll help take one off you, just saying. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Edward Leonard is his Wingnut Wings work in progress. Is the 32nd Hanover CL2 early. Look at this. It's absolutely stunning, isn't it? Look at that, Dave.
Right. Gorgeous.
Isn't it?
I take it the wing covering was a decal. He didn't hand paint that.
I was just about to say, I'm really hoping that they're decals and he's not masked that, because he will go on the masking god list.
Well, yeah. Oh. That is absolutely stunning. I love it.
It's a thing of beauty, isn't it?
It is. It is, yeah. Props to you. That is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it really is. I love the wood grain on the prop that you've done as well. Look at that, Dave. Absolutely beautifully done. Just like a little face on the front, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's Wingnut Wings, isn't it?
Yeah.
Says it all.
Absolutely stunning. Yeah, fair play to you, mate. What beautiful plane. Yeah. Unbelievable. What a great scheme as well for a plane when you think about it. You know, it's out there, Dave, isn't it? Bobbin says, I've got a Wingnut Wings, but I just know my skills are not up to doing it justice. I think you'll be all right, Bobbins, mate. Don't put yourself down there, mate. I think you'll be more than capable. I can tell you're more than capable because we all do it. We all say we don't think we've got the skills to do a build. That alone says you're capable of doing it because you're modest.
Yep. Apologies if you heard Biggles going over.
It's all right, mate. Sarah Jane says, got the spine booster as well, thinking of the extra decals, but a lot of money for them. Fox, you were a lot younger. Yeah, he was. Yeah. Back in the day. And unlike Foxy, I'll get to look at my eagle every day when I walk into the man cave. Foxy's one is many, many miles away from him.
That's right. He did it for E-models, didn't he?
Yeah, it's sitting there sobbing like Gary, mate, missing its owner. Yeah. How'd you feel now? Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Bobbin says it's also the biggest kit in his stash. Yeah, I've got the big 22-inch eagle. I've got the big GT40 up there. And I've got the big old black pearl as well. So I'm sitting looking around going, okay, where the hell am I going to put a black pearl, Dave?
I've no idea, mate. I'm sure you'll find somewhere to put it.
Yeah. I'll just give it to H to put in her cabinet. After all, I am building it for H, so.
Ah, well, yeah.
Nice job there, Edward, mate. Thank you for sharing that. Scott Sutherland has got his Leopard C2 progress, trying some new things such as a red pre-shade before the green base colour and highlight. That's what I've done on my 1/16th, mate. I put the red oxide down first and then pre-shaded the primer over the top of it. He started the chipping process with light green and brown chipping. It's in there, mate. Yeah, I just found doing the red oxide and then the primer over it almost as a subtle mist coat worked a treat. So lets me chip the edges and then I can bring it through. I like this. That's got a look about it, Dave, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it?
I mean,
got a bit of presence to it.
Yeah. PJ says, I won't mention my eagle and launchpad. Oh, hang on. Yeah. I found a 3D file of a launchpad, PJ, and so I printed the bad boy out. It's only when you printed out the components you think, my God, this is going to be massive.
A bit large.
Yeah, so it's going to have its own dedicated shelf. So it's going to have the launchpad as well as the wall sections and all of that. So,
oh dear.
Yeah, it's going to be lit. Why not? Why not light it? Rude not to. But yeah, I like this. Look at all this ploughage going on the front there, Dave.
That is some serious ploughage.
It is, isn't it? But just think all the chips and dinks and all of that lot you can do on it.
Yeah. How will he be in his element?
Hey, he's going to love this, Scott, isn't he? Yeah. Nice fun, mate. Yeah, all the chains and that on it. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a thing of beauty, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Devil's metal, Dave. Oh, I can't look. My eyes. I have burned my eyes.
Oh, look out the window. Look out the window.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, palpitations. Read through it, Cole. Read through it. Quick, moving on. Oh, there you go. Look at that, Dave. Now, that's sexy.
Ooh. I like that.
Yeah. That's subtle, isn't it?
Very subtle.
Yeah, like what you've done there, mate. Yeah. Beautiful, Scott. Yeah. Top drawer armour builder, mate. He really is.
Definitely.
Yeah. All day long. Thanks for sharing that, Scott. Be keeping an eye on that bad boy. Next up, we've got Phil Bolton, a hefty model. I bought this 1/48 monogram ME410 back in the early 2000s and finally worked up the enthusiasm to get it out my stash. I wasn't sure about the colours since I mixed them myself using Tamiya acrylics, but I think it's turned out okay. I think it's turned out okay.
Well, it's looking pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Bill says, I used to drive the CET with a mine plough on the front. Oh, wow. Thank you for your service, mate.
Mm.
Look at that. Nice bit of mottling going on there, Dave, and all.
I've noticed.
Impressed with that.
Very good.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Question is, Phil, did you do the proper aircraft noises? I think he did, Dave.
I think he would have done as well.
Yeah, I don't think he would have let us down, mate.
No.
Yeah. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Even got the spirals, Dave. Hey.
Oh, no. Very good.
Yeah. Bless you. Yeah, I like what you've done there, Phil, mate. What have we got here? William Rayborn. I thought I was all done. Then I realised I haven't put any of the decals on.
Oh, dear.
Bless you. Think, look at that. I love this. I absolutely love this paint scheme. It's one of those chameleon paints by the look of it, Dave, isn't it? And it's just, yeah.
That is. That's nice.
Isn't it?
Very nice.
Yeah. Very sexy. Very sexy and very clean.
Oh, yes.
Nice bit of cageage going on the inside there.
Yep. That's looking very good.
It is, isn't it? Certainly is, mate.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, all day long. Absolutely love that. This was Reese, been working on the 24th scale to be a Lotus 7 in JPS Lotus colours. Happy days. Don't know how he's managed to stand sideways and take that photo, Dave. That's a skill.
Well, yeah, I know.
Surprised that model didn't slide down off the cutting mat.
Well, yeah.
Here you go. Oh, look, he's done it the right way round now. Good man.
Yeah.
Here you go. JPS special.
Yeah, I don't quite know how he does that.
It's gravity defying, Dave, wasn't he?
I know.
Yeah, it's iconic Lotus colours. What can you say? Still see it now. Emerson Fittipaldi's Lotus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Little Lotus 7 decals.
Ooh.
Yeah, oh, look at that. Little seat belts and everything he's done.
Yeah. You can have fun with them daggles, though.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a few dagnamics come out there, isn't they?
Yeah, I'm sure there will be.
Bill says, I've just realised I've actually hand-painted a lot of one-to-one scale military vehicles in my time. So we did that, mate.
Ooh.
And I'll bet you didn't mask the camo up.
Probably not.
It's like, you know, I see a lot of people, and they go to the effort, they delicately mask up invasion stripes and that, and you think, well, a lot of it was brush painted, wasn't it? With mops.
It was slapped on with mops and brushes, wasn't it?
Yeah, so that's why I literally freehand me camo. It's like, no point in masking it, I'll just freehand it. Any overspray, it's just overpaint, isn't it? Yeah, happy days. Yeah. Looking good, Reese. It's coming together well, mate. Yeah. I'd love to know how he done this. This is a skill, mate. Do you reckon he stuck that to the mat with a bit of white tack? What do you reckon, Dave?
White tack, well, white tack, blue tack, any kind of tack.
We're only pulling your chain, by the way, Reese. You know us.
Oh, perhaps it was one of his special army ninja moves that he did.
Oh yeah, because he's been a bit Chuck Norris, hasn't he? Because he's now in the part-time army. So, have you noticed he's always dressed? He's like that president bloke that comes on the telly that's always in fatigues. That's Reese now, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
Natasha says, I completed my 5D diamonds over the year. The last one is shaped puzzle with all different shapes put together. Let's have a look again. Oh, look, that is beautiful, that.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, look at that. I should have a budgie that colour years and years and years and years ago. I lived at Mum's. Yeah. Just to like her budgies back in the day. Wow. See, me and you would have done 10 times of swears, Dave, wouldn't we?
Oh, it would be endless.
Yeah, that's the beginnings of a wolf's face. There you can just see the shape of the ears forming and his face coming up. I like that a lot.
It's very nice.
Yeah, it's even better when you look at other people's diamond arts because you haven't had to do it yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, look, little Grogu. Oh, wow. It's the colours.
Yeah, it's the time and patience just sticking each one on, and no.
Yeah.
No.
Natasha says, that's my boy Hulk. Passed away last June. Oh, sorry to hear that. Oh, cute tiger alert.
Oh, yeah. Tigers are cool.
Yeah, tigers are always cool. Oh, I like that.
Ooh.
That's different, Dave, isn't it?
That's very different.
Wow. That is stunning.
I like that.
Oh, look, cute little photo. Oh,
yeah, cute alert.
Yeah, that's a diamond art as well, bud. It is, yeah.
It is.
Yeah, oh, wow, even better.
Oh.
Yeah. See, if I did a photo as a diamond art, it'd look like a Picasso, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? Because I've got a face fit for radio. Nice one. Thanks for sharing that, Natasha.
Ooh.
SJ Train World. Now, this is not my build, but a fellow Dane is now about 2 years into this build. He still has some of the details to put in. This is not a kit, but he has downscaled some blueprints of the IRL ferry and built it from there. It can take model trains on board in scale 1 to 87. It's fantastic to follow his progress. This is an absolutely stunning piece of work. Get him to join the group, mate, and bung more in, because I, for one, scratch built this, Dave.
I know.
On drawings. I mean, that alone is godlike status in my world. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, no, it must admit, there's a chap that lives not that far away from where my mum lives, and he did a fully scratch built type something or other frigate that I can't remember, but it looked absolutely stunning. And it had loads and loads of devil's metal in it. I felt quite queasy when I looked at it.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you go and sit down in a safe space, Dave?
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah. Mate, I would have been there for you. Had I have known, I'd have been there. I'd have had your back, mate.
Yeah, I've got some photos of it. I'll have to post them. Post them.
They're going to be blurry photos, folks, because he would have been nauseous at the time, so he'd have had the shakes. Bill's got a bad case of ship envy now. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking just at that photo there. The figures, the LEDs. Oh, it's just...
I know. It is gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. SJ, please pass on our thanks for letting you share this, mate, and get them to join the group and post as many pictures in of this as they want, because I think everyone in the chat will be thinking the same as me. It's like, this is the type of modelling that blows my mind, because it didn't exist anywhere, and now it does.
It does. It's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. It's the start, isn't it? Lindsay Shin, another update on the Stormhawk and Storm Talon are both still works in progress. Nothing wrong with that. We like works in progress, Dave, don't we? Look at them.
We do.
Coming and going. Get your words out, Cole. They're coming together well, mate. I like them.
I like them.
Yeah.
Actually, I like them a lot.
Yeah. Lindsay would probably deny being in the Warhammer hole, but we're gonna say you are, because
Probably about as far as you are.
which isn't that far, really, is it? I'm teetering near the surface, I think. But
There is a word that I would like to use, but I can't use it.
I don't know the words you want to use, and you can't. He'll call me.
Well, I
He'll
can't
call me
use
off
it because
air.
you would lose your monetization.
Oh, mate, that seems to go left, right, and centre as it is now. This is one of them.
I don't want to be the cause of that.
No, it's a YouTube thing, mate. Many channels are going through the same at the moment. Lindsay Shin's work on a 40k Aldari Starweaver. Oh, I've done one of them bad boys.
Is that the
Bloody
one
Harlequins.
you're doing Harlequins on?
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, I'll show it when we come back off on camera. I was asked recently how it's coming along. Yeah.
Ooh.
And I do believe you got the Harlequins to paint as well. Enjoy, mate. You will.
You say that without an ounce of sympathy.
I'm going to say this in a really sincere way. You're going to have many hours of fun and frivolity painting diamonds. I wish you sincerely well.
Have the swear box close at hand, I think, by the sound of it.
Yeah, it's a challenge, but it's fun. Moving on. Manuel's Albatross D3 in 30 seconds scale from Rodden. Work in progress. Created the effect of wood and canvas in the wings and some details in machine guns. Use some of this. Bosh. Excuse me. And I've got a Rodden Bike Club plane up there. Many thanks to Ross for getting me that. Our friend Scale Model Ninja, he had every positive intention of making me squirm by sending me that. Yeah. A bit like Panzer did with them single track links on them tanks he sent us both. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
We will get round to building them, but look at that. It's coming together nicely, mate.
It is.
I like that a lot.
Yes.
And again, see, don't forget, when this is all up and rigged and ready, mate, he's got to do the biplane noises.
Oh, yeah. Biggles chucks away.
Happy days. Oh, yeah, he's got to do the full glasses on. What? White silk scarf, Dave, with a coat hanger in it to keep it straight.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah. Like that a lot. Yeah. Happy days. Little seat as well, Dave, all the dimples in it.
Ooh.
Nice one, mate. And that was Reese's Lotus. So, Dave, that's looking like the gallery, mate.
I think we're up to date now.
I'll do a quick refresh just in case James has put one in.
It wouldn't surprise me.
No, most recent one's Natasha still. There you go, folks. Happy days.
Nice.
I am impressed with that. Where is it? There it is. So, yeah, just to let you know, that's the Harlequin. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
So, yeah, you're going to have fun painting that.
Oh, dear.
And you're going to have even more fun. He says, nervously grabbing these. Yeah. Let's move my bottle of orange. You're going to have even more fun painting the dudes. Because as you can see, we've even put the diamonds on the clothing, Dave.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, enjoy, mate. You'll have fun doing them. There'll be a few dagnammits. But I must admit, I enjoyed it that much that I've built more Harlequins to go with it. So, yeah.
Glutton for punishment.
Yeah, so I must be absolutely bonkers, Dave.
Well, yeah, we know that.
So, yeah. Let's just have a quick looky, kids, in the chat. Very good, Colin. He says, I love the paint scheme. Yeah, it's one of them. I started doing it on the Frolic. Fox sent me it, and I jokingly said on the Frolic, oh, yeah, I'll do that as the box art. And I think deep down, I think he didn't think I'd be able to do it. So I kind of let my big gob do the talking. And ended up sitting there thinking, oh, God, I've got to replicate that. And I've had a good go at it, I think, and I'm happy with it.
I think you've done a pretty damn good job on it. So
you got triangles floating or squares floating on top of squares and all of that lot. But that's only one layer. It's got to have all different colours put on the diamonds yet. So I will get back round to doing it. I need to get the microscope out on there because my eyesight is notoriously bad. Hence why I wear them when I'm on here. And yeah, I'm struggling to see it even with these on, so I've got to do the rest of it under the big microscope. Guru says insane painting there. It was, mate. Considering we done that live, didn't do too bad, did I? What else is going on there? Me, he says, teetering over the edge. I should coca. He says, naming points, boy. But I'm not as far down the hole as you and Cy and people like that. PJ sentiments, my words exactly. Another fantastic gallery. Brilliant builds all the way through. A big well done to everyone.
Yes.
Exactly. I mean, me and Dave say this all the time. This isn't about what me and Dave do this Sunday show. This is about you out there, your work, not ours. You can see our work all over YouTube. But this is something we like to give back for you. So get your work in there. It doesn't matter the level of builder you are, whether you're a noob, a pro, or whatever. It don't matter.
And the best bit is no rivet counting.
No, we don't do the rivet counting. What else is there going on there? Another fantastic gallery. Everyone's saying about the gallery builds. Sarah Jane says to Stu Pot, I'm thinking of Marlborough livery and paint the sponsons black with a Goodyear logos. I think that would work on that, Sarah Jane, to be quite honest with you. So like I said to you before, if you want me to scale up a set of decals, just message me, because I've got the Eagle myself, so I can scan the decals in and I can lay decals out to get them exactly to fit for you. So if that's something you're in wanting to have a go at, then I'll do it. Stu Pot says, got the spine booster as well, thinking of the extra decals, but a lot of money for them. Yeah, he says, Fox, you were a lot younger. I was going to get that set, but again, I think people are price gouging it, Stu Pot. I was thinking of, do I just mask the panels and airbrush the greys on there and do it that way? But yeah, the decal set does look good, but it's like 70, 80 quid, Dave. Can't justify that on a decal sheet, mate. Or a set of 4 decal sheets. It's like, yeah.
To answer PJ, I've just tidied up my shelves.
Ooh. Empty shelves. Let's move the chat out. Oh, yeah, I hadn't noticed that, mate. Yeah, your shelf camera shot. Yeah.
Add a bit of a tidy up.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. See, unlike the rest of us, Dave's got a shed. He's put his camera 16 foot away from where he sits in the corner, and it's like, yeah. What can you do, mate? How you getting on in there anyway? You're settled in now, mate, and you're happy.
Yeah, I'd love it. I'm in here. I try and get in a couple of nights in the week, but sometimes when I get home from work, I just kind of veg out on the sofa and everything that I've thought, oh, right, I'll do that in the shed. I think I prefer it more in here than when it was in the living room, because the time that I spend in here is more, dare I say, precious.
Yeah.
Therefore, so I'm more focused on what I'm doing.
Yeah, you just need to sort your drafts out for your 3D printing, mate, innit? Once you've got that now, you'll be able to not have issues there, mate.
Yeah. I think I'll put a curtain up over the door, I think.
Yeah. Max says, awesome work there, guys. I think I literally live in the hole. Yeah, you're down the hole round about Fox and Cy Reynolds level, mate. You're right down there, mate. I can put an headlight on and I can just make out a shadow right down there.
Yeah, but you're only about 6 or so feet behind Fox. So.
What horror. He says, biting the lip to not say all the words.
Got him.
Fox says to you, what's the spiders situation in the shed? I think he's been round with the expanding foam, ain't you, Dave, and the duct tape. Excuse me.
I've not found any yet.
Spring's coming.
But if you want, Fox, when I find them, I'll send them up to you.
I see what you're doing. MP says, take care, guys. Good week for everyone. Absolutely, Madwell. You take care, mate. Well, being that we've done the gallery and that, Dave, we might as well let everyone get on with their Sunday, I think, mate, personally, because, yeah, we've had a good Saturday. Get me words out. We've had a good Sunday. We've had a nice, sexy bit of gallery. Question: is it Easter weekend this coming Sunday? Because we'll be taking the weekend off, won't we?
Yeah.
So
yes.
yeah,
I'm out for the next 2 Sundays.
Yeah, I've got my boy round on Easter, so I want to have a bit of family time. So I've got to take the Sunday off. Following week, I'll have a guest co-host. So I'll do a show the following Sunday, and I'll have a guest co-host for that. So you'll find out when you tune in who it is, folks.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'll do a show then, but I've got to take next Sunday off.
I know who it is. Sally James.
I could subject the internet to H. Oh, could you imagine how good I'd be that day? I'll be there going, how'd you do? Peter will be going, you all right there, mate? No, she's just sat there. Old Boys Toy says, cheers, lads. It's our pleasure, mate. We really do enjoy giving something back to you folks. And that's what it's all about, mate, isn't it, for us?
Without the gallery, there's no show.
Exactly. Because I'm only going to sit here and mock Fox otherwise. And, yeah.
Nothing unusual in that.
Exactly. So I'll wish you all a wonderful, wonderful rest of the weekend. I'll be back with Fox and the E-Models gang tomorrow on the E-Models channel at 9, and that's the Bench Show with myself, Ted Fox and Chris.